All right, look. So we just gonna dive right into it. Can we just get right into it, man? All right. I don't know if you seen my post earlier to this one. All right. I'm sorry. Hello. What's going on, Eagle Nation, YouTube, anybody out there that's viewing this channel right now? I'm your host, TK the Official, and welcome to TK Sports Talk. All right. Now, obviously, I got some other things on my mind other than introducing myself or my channel. All right. The Philadelphia Eagles lost this game tonight, 32-21. All right, 32-21. Obviously, it's a very, very heartbreaking loss, man. It's a very frustrating loss. Is a better word. My heart's not broken. I'm just frustrated. All right, as many of you are that's out here that's watching this channel that are Eagles fans, man. Our hearts are broken. This was the first time that this Philadelphia Eagles team came out with what seemed like a lack of a sense of urgency. All right. Now we all been feeling good, trying to go on this magic carpet ride, and at the end of the day, every team goes out there to win every game that they play. All right. We just was fortunate enough to win all of our games. Every team is trying to go 1-0 each week. Point blank. Period. All right. And this week, we weren't good enough to go 1-0. We weren't good enough. Were we the better team tonight? I would like to say that we was the better team tonight. I would like to say that we were the better team in general overall. But tonight, Washington beat us, man. You know, and they were the better team tonight because they made less mistakes. And that's what made us the team that we have been thus far. The team that we are is because we play smart football and we didn't beat ourselves. And tonight, we did that. 3 turnovers, all right? Now, we're going to go on a little rant. I wrote a couple things down, and we're just going to go over a couple things on how I'm feeling. This is an instant reaction to the Philadelphia Eagles taking an L tonight to the Washington Commanders, 32-21 on account of a dumbass hook and ladder play at the end of the game from the 10-yard line that has probably like a less than 1% chance of being successful. I understand, like, hey, if it's a chance, so you're saying there's a chance, huh? I get it. You're trying to win a game, whatever, all right? You already didn't cover, so you already screwed everybody who was betting in Vegas or wherever state where it's legal, all right? Like myself, all right? But that's neither here nor there, all right? Because the line was already blown, all right? But the fact of the matter is what the hell is that? Do a Hail Mary, all right? Get max protection. Send 3 wide receivers into the route. Do what you got to do. Send a tight end out late or something. Hey, I'd rather you run a screen. Run a jet screen. Get your offensive lineman out there and see if you can get elephants on parade and start getting your ass down the field, and maybe something special could happen then. All right? But to do some crazy cockamamie hook and ladder from the 10-yard line, let me relax, all right? Because that was for the end, but it was the last play of the game, and so it's fresh in my mind. It's just something that I wanted to talk about because it's just totally ridiculous on why we would do that. When you look at the scoreboard, I mean, I guess the score doesn't matter at the end of the day, but when you look at the scoreboard, you see 32-21. It just make you feel like, and other people want to say, oh, y'all got smacked, y'all got beat 32-21. And we want to say, nah, man, we was only 26-21. We threw a pass at the end of the game. My man caught it. We was about to be in the red zone, but he got up and he fumbled the ball, and then they went. Nobody want to hear that. It was 32-21 because whatever, all right? The Eagles did not run the ball in the first half, all right? Now, we are a team that comes out and defeats team based off of scheme, all right? And that is something that we do. That is smart coaches. Smart coaches scheme things up, and depending on what team they're going against. That's why you got coordinators. This is what they do. That's why they watch this film. Why you think they at the facilities all day long watching film? What do you think they're doing? All right, they're watching the other team, scouting the other team, and trying to scheme up their plays to do plays that's going to defeat that team's defense or that team's offense or whatever the case is, okay? But, so you say Washington is, what, pretty decent against the run? Or maybe if they're not decent against the run, you think that they're bad against the pass. So you say, well, shit, look, we're good against we can run the ball, we can pass the ball, but you know what? Since they're bad against the pass, how about we go out there and pass the ball all over the field? All right? But we didn't have any sustained success doing that. But you know what we do? one thing that you should do is, do what you do well. Now, this is something that Seth Jordan might say, some other people might say, some other pundits out there. And to this extent, I agree with them. Do what you do well. All right? Like, I understand that you feel like this is an area of weakness that you can take advantage of this Washington football team by passing the ball against them. All right? And yes, we did have success doing that first week, but they scouting us just like we scouting them. And we know that they were going to switch some things up and be ready for some different route concepts that we like to throw in there. All right? And that was going to switch up some of the timing on some of the things that we like to do unless we came up with some completely different concepts. And based off of what I saw tonight, we did not come up with any new basic concepts because it seems like Washington was ready for a lot of the things that we were trying to do tonight. All right. Even and I just don't know why we wouldn't come out and establish the running game and pass off of the running game like we've been getting to do these last couple of days, last couple of games. I mean to say, I don't know why we wouldn't do that. Run the football, establish the dominance on this team that's coming to your house. Beat them on a 12-15 play drive, running the ball, passing the ball to your tight end, getting the ball in space to your wide receivers, and pounding the ball down their throat. All right? I don't know why it didn't happen. Maybe because we got up off a quick turnover, 7-0, and then we thought, I don't know. But we did not run the football. 12 of 54 was Miles Sanders, and I believe he had one carry in the first half, but I don't know. I don't. Maybe he didn't have one carry in the first half. Maybe all 12 of those carries came in the second half. All right, 12 of 54, 54 in the second half. He could. All right, we could. You guys are out there. Y'all smart. You could do the math. If my man had 12 carries for 54 yards in the second half and didn't touch the ball in the first half, he could have had. If he would have had, but he didn't. Okay, shoulda, coulda, woulda, didn't, man. And because we didn't run the ball, what that lead to? Bad time of possession as Washington pounded us in time of possession. It's like being pounded on the boards in basketball. We got pounded in the time of possession. And that's an area where we typically dominate every game. We dominate in time of possession. You know why? Because we do what we do. All right? We run the ball. We sustain drives. We play good defense. We get turnovers. We lead in time of possession. Today, not so much, all right? Which resulted in the loss. Which absolutely resulted in the loss. The defense was out there all day long. You can say what you want to say. Now, to the defense was, all right? But I think the defense played well enough to keep us in that game if we could have sustained some drives in the first half. Or even in the second half. If the offense would have played, we could have not gotten as many turnovers. The defense got us 2 turnovers. You mean to tell me that we were going to get 2 turnovers tonight and we wasn't going to win? If you told me that this Philadelphia Eagles team was going to get 2 turnovers tonight, I'd say we win. But if you tell me that we was going to get 2 turnovers and give up 3 turnovers, I'll be like, shit, you might fuck around and lose. Excuse my language. All right. First time I saw, and hey, listen, Darius Slay, I know you big play Slay. All right, so everybody got an off night, so I ain't gonna disrespect you and call you by your first name, if that's disrespectful at all right? But Slay, it was not good out there tonight, man, and I know you respect Terry McLaurin because I hear how you talk about it, but come on, man. I don't know what's going on, man, but tonight was not your night, buddy. It was not your night, all right? Not your night, all right? And listen, all right? I know I'm jumping all over the place, all right? I want to get off the defense because I think the defense played well enough, all right? Yeah, we couldn't stop the ball the way we wanted to, but you know what? We got into a couple third downs, all right? But what happened was we was getting into these third and shorts, and we wasn't able to get off the ball. But we got into a couple third downs, and for whatever reason, we just couldn't get off the ball. We couldn't get off the field on these third downs that we were getting to. All right, these third and 3s, these third and 5s. All right, it was just tough. It was tough tonight getting off the ball. We played 5-man. Getting off the field, we played 5-man fronts. We played 4-man fronts. We did a little bit of blitzing. I don't think we run blitzed enough. As far as I'm concerned, in this type of game, you got Bradbury, you got Derek, you got Big Play Slay on the other side of the field. You got to play cover 3 and send an extra safety down. Play with an extra linebacker if you feel like you need to. Do some run blitzing if that's what you need to do, and make these guys cover out there. All right, you gotta make them cover. All right, and if you can't do that, if you want to stick to your 2 line, you got to send somebody. All right, you got to send somebody. Chauncey was in coverage a couple different times. I know we were out Avonte Maddox, and that changed up schematically some of the things that we would like to do. And that's just something that people don't realize, and maybe that injury loomed big for us today. All right, but this was the first game, like I said, that I felt like we were out of sync and unfocused. And I just want to say on the offensive side of the field, I love what AJ does. I love what him and Jalen Hurts have. But I don't want to see the buddy ball concept. Throw to the receiver that's open. Get who you need to get the ball, all right? And let's stop sending AJ deep. Now, I like AJ on a go route if it's 30 yards and in. If you're going to throw, if you're going to let him beat the receiver fresh off the line before the safety gets over there, all right. And you want to throw it up and he want to have his late hands and put it up and catch the ball, I'm with that. But to send A.J. Brown down the middle of the field with a safety over top like he going to burn through both of those guys, he's not that guy, all right? I respect A.J.'s speed, but nobody else in the NFL does, all right? And I don't play in the NFL, so take it for what you want to take it at, all right? That is not his strength. We need to get him on the quick slants, the comebacks, the button hooks, and get him out in space and let him do his thing. Hit him on screen, let him do his thing. If you want to hit him on the quick out, all right, fine. On a quick go, all right, fine. But down the middle of the field, on the post, on the flag, or anything like that, no. That's not his game, all right? I already talked about the turnovers, man. All right, we all know about the play on Dallas Goedert. Yes, it was a face mask. No, it's not reviewable, so it ended up being a fumble. All right, it's tough luck, but that's what it was. It was a fumble. The play by Quez Watkins at the end of the game, or close to the end of the game, it was a great throw by Jalen Hurts. It would have been a touchdown if he didn't lose his balance, if Quez Watkins didn't lose his balance. But he did, all right? And then he got up, and it still would have been a great play if for not that when he got up, he didn't start running and get tackled from behind and fumble the football. You just couldn't believe it. It just seemed like this was just not going to be the night for the Philadelphia Eagles, okay? However, listen, let's keep it real, all right? Nick Sirianni, tonight, you got out-coached, my man. You got a little bit out-coached, and on top of that, you outsmarted yourself, my guy. This is the first time, I think, where you just outkicked your coverage a little bit. You just outsmarted yourself. You didn't have to go out there and be pass happy against that team. I know I talked about it to lead up at the top of the segment, but you did not have to do that, all right? Keep it simple, stupid, all right? I know you people out there have heard that. Keep it simple, stupid. KISS, all right? Control the clock, run the football, get turnovers with your defense. That's been the formula. All right, am I lying? Like, is it just me? That has been the formula to keeping us 8-0 this entire time, right? Control the clock, run the football, all right? Play good defense, get turnovers. We didn't do that tonight, all right? Not as a players, not as a coaching staff. This was the total, complete team loss, all right? Jalen Hurts, he played okay, 17 of 26 for 174 yards. A touchdown. He played 2 touchdowns, passing, an interception. He played all right. I thought it was some bad decision making a couple different times in the game, especially near the end. But that's what happens when you don't get no real rhythm and you don't really get a lot of time to be on the football field and get anything established. And we didn't do that tonight, clearly. All right. Bad special teams again. All right. For the life of me, I don't want to see Brent Covey covering catching punts any longer, all right? I'm not saying that he should be cut because I don't want anybody to lose their money. However, if you can't catch punts for us, if you can't return kicks for us, and if you don't got another spot on the team, then so be it, all right? Because we're not getting any production out of that. Big penalty on special teams in the beginning of the game. However, with the running into the kicker, we did cover up for it with the turnover. But, I mean, man, special teams has been letting us down this year and has not been helping us out much in flipping the football field for us this year, all right? And I talked about it at the beginning, but my God, man, the stupid hook and ladder plays, I don't understand. I don't like it. I don't get it. I don't like it. All right. I just don't get it, man. But again, like I talked about, we were out of sync. It's just the offense just was out of sync. Even in the distribution of the ball. I mean, look at it. Quez Watkins was your leading wide receiver tonight. And we know he had that big play toward the end of the game, but he wound up ending the game with 4 catches for 80 yards. Smitty, Skinny Batman, had 6 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown. Dallas Goedert had 3 catches for 23 yards and a tutty. And AJ just had the 1 catch for 7 yards when he limped off on the sideline. And it looked like to me he popped his Achilles. I was holding my breath. I ain't gonna lie. I was, oh my God, what's going on? But he came back in the game, but wasn't very much effective. Did have some opportunities to catch that one long pass that was intercepted by Jalen Hurts. It was actually a good pass. All right, I don't know how good the decision was, but the ball hit AJ hands. I mean, it hit him right in his hands. So technically, you know what they say: the ball touch your hands, you got to catch it. And it dropped into his hands, but it popped up, and the guy was so close to him that it went into his hands, and he wound up catching the ball. I don't think AJ, when looking over, thought that he was actually going to be in a position to get it, but it went right through, and he just wasn't able to capitalize on that, man. Just the same way as the Eagles wasn't able to capitalize on this game, man. Just one of those games, man. We all know about these kind of games, then it was just one of those games, and we could not get out of our own way tonight, man. So the Philadelphia Eagles dropped one. Our first loss of the season. All right, now we get to bounce back this Sunday. All right, we get to bounce back this Sunday and try to get us another victory, because that's what we need. We need a victory. All right, and who do we play this Sunday? I think it's the Colts. Packers. I double check the schedule, man. I'm sure y'all know, man. But we dropped one tonight, 32-21. We'll be all right, man. We'll be all right. I guess if I can say one other thing before I close up, I guess I would rather lose this way than to lose any other way. I would rather lose knowing that we had some costly penalties, we had some uncharacteristic turnovers, we had some fluke plays in the game that happened, and with all that, we still had a chance to win the game, except for that hook and ladder play at the end. You know, if Quez Watkins doesn't get up after he catches the ball and just lays on the ground until he's touched, and he don't get up and fumble the ball, maybe we win the game. But that's not what happened. All right? We lost. And we got to get over this one. We got to get over it. We got to flush it. Like Jalen Hurts and them would say. We got to flush it. As fans, we got to flush it. As the football team, they got to flush it. It was a bad game all around. Bunch of mistakes. Bunch of coaching mistakes. Bunch of player mistakes. Bunch of just... And so there it is, man. Philadelphia Eagles take their first L of the season. We're going to bounce back, man. Catch your boy later, man. It's TK the official. This is TK Sports Talk. And I'll get at you.